That time of the year when the Transport Department officially launches Transport Month. Yes, it's October already. Now, this year it's showcasing the successes of the Rail Corridor Recovery Program instituted by the Passenger Rail Agency. Let's take you there live now.
Some people, it's very difficult to come to work. Productivity levels are down because the weekend had taken its toll on many of the people. But our MECs are not here, some because of work and also engaged in October Transport Month. I wish to thank MEC Mulapisi and MEC Pulwana and MEC Mamabulu for the messages of support. I want to acknowledge as well our entities, all of them, represented by chairpersons, members of the board who are present here from our entities, and in particular the message delivered by PRASA through the chairperson of the board, Ntate Leonard Ramatlakane, and PRASA being our host this morning. I realized we started the program, but there was no prayer. Prayer is important because we need the RTP of the soul. Now, Aritomadilo, we do things without a prayer. Society as a whole think that we don't care. There should be priests invited here, not these ones who are crooked, to come here and start the function with a prayer. And by prayer, I don't mean only Christian. I mean Muslims and Rastas, Aoi. And then that's how we build society. So next time when you organize and we talk about Transport Month, and there's so much happening on our roads, we must not forget leaders of society who imbue society with spiritual reconstruction. It is important because now we are on television and society will think that we are these people who think that everything around us is fine and we don't give spirituality a place in our programs. So for that, I wish to apologize. We should have started with a prayer. And for that, I wish us to stand up, observe a moment of silence, and pray in silence for people who are dying on our roads. And to ask the ancestors and our gods and God to give us strength to overcome whatever challenges we are facing. May it be the carnage on the road. May it be all challenges we face when we kill each other in the public transport sector. That we overcome as a people to understand that we need to coexist and we need to take responsibility for our actions. And for that, I ask you to stand up for a moment of silence and prayer. I thank you. We bury so many people who die from road carnage on our road, but nothing has been as painful as the accident of Pongola, where 20 people died, and majority of them were young people and kids on the back of a vehicle. And they died brutal. through an accident on that road of Pongola. And today we remember them and many more. The October Transport Month is a period where we take stock of the path we have traversed as a sector and the contribution we have made towards the realization of a better life for all. We do this by showcasing tangible projects we have delivered, ranging from infrastructure to integrated public transport networks and rail manufacturing, among others. What we're doing this morning, riding a train from Pienaarspruit to here, it was not a movie. It is the work we're showcasing. At the beginning of October, on the 3rd of October, President Ramaphosa delivers what is called State of the Nation at the beginning of every year. And in that State of the Nation, the President said, passenger rail will deliver 10 corridors back to operation. And we are now in October month, and this morning we're showcasing Pienaarspruit with the new trains. We do have glitches in terms of time, which are technical issues that have been resolved. But we have seen the deployment of Istimela Sabantu, the blue trains. And this is hard work by men and women in this broken company called PRASA. And we are on the recovery. And I want today to acknowledge the work that we are doing to bring the trains back faster, quick, and better service to the people. And I want us to give each and every one at PRASA, even if I may not mention them by name, that shows that this place still have got people with soul and passion to deliver on the needs of our people. And here is Pienaarspruit back online, and give them a good round of applause. And that gives meaning to the fact that what the President pronounced, we walk the talk. Not this thing that the President said the trains will run before end of the year. Come end of the year, Dololo. We will fix electricity. Come the time of the electricity to be fixed, Dololo. We must give you realistic time frames. We must say, we've got a problem of trains. When will they come back? We know our people have been very much patient. They can't afford taxi fares, others can't afford exorbitant fees on other modes of transport. But they believed the President and all of us here when we said the trains will come back. Because that is the voice of trust that things will indeed change. As they say, zizojika izinto. And when you sing that song, zizojika izinto, you sing it with passion because you believe things will change. And that is where we are today. And indeed, things are changing. From a broken place, we are moving out of it slowly and better and with decision, with decisiveness. And I'm very happy today, as you can see, that this work that the President spoke about is being undertaken with great care and with scientific analysis and emphasis on ensuring that we meet our deadlines. We get to be criticized most of the time that you don't meet the deadlines. And that is why we say this month, Sishova Ingolovan. You know Stimela, the group led by Ray Chikapa Piri, when they sing the song, Sishova Ingolovan, it means we're hard at work. We're doing what is right. We're rolling up our sleeves and we deliver for our people. And this is what the sixth administration is all about. COVID-19 is not a pretext, but it has delayed some of the things we would have wanted to do. Even by now, we shouldn't be talking about. But they delayed our progress. And our delivery, it is through DDM, which is a district development model. In the 8 metros and 44 districts. And in all the 44 districts, each district have got its own champion. I'm the champion of King Kechwayo in KwaZulu-Natal. And when you saw me last week, I went to see the king. Not only as a district champion, but also to report to him. As it is custom and a way of doing things. You don't just go and move around without talking to the king when something has happened, if there is a king. There are areas where you don't have king, you don't even have a chief, you don't even have a nduna. Like here in Pretoria, in nduna mo. So, but when things like that have happened, you go and report to the leaders, Zemvelo, of our people, traditional leadership, and everybody else. This is what happened, this is how we resolve, this is what we are going to do going forward. And our model is about job creation. If you look at the stimulus package that the president introduced, you go to the townships, you will find young people with orange overalls who have come as a result of the intervention of the stimulus package of the president. And this is part of the work we do in our different districts. We are also required to play our part in ensuring that we deliver the requisite infrastructure and services that enable economic growth. This year marks the 17th iteration of the October month, an October transport campaign, first endorsed by Cabinet in 2005. This year, the October month campaign focuses on service delivery and infrastructure development, including policy intervention to enable acceleration in terms of transport in South Africa. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are celebrating the re-election of South Africa onto the Council of the International Civil Aviation Organization in Montreal, Canada, referred to as ICAO. ICAO is currently in session of its 41st Triennial Assembly. This follows the election of our Director of Civil Aviation, Ms. Poppy Khoza, as President of the Assembly. When the Assembly sits, clap your hands. Watinta bafazi, watinta mbogoto zagufa, finish and clear. In aviation, only in South Africa, aviation, all of it, we've got women CEOs in South Africa. From AXA, Zimpumi, Saka, Ispopi, and ATNS, we've got women only. We walk the talk here in the Department of Transport. We don't just talk, we walk the talk. Women are in charge. And Poppy Khoza, for the session of the Assembly, ascended to presidency. And that shows that South Africa, when it comes to aviation, is well respected. Listen, it doesn't only end.
All right, those are live visuals there from Pretoria, where Minister Fikile Mbalula is showcasing the latest insofar as recovery of the rail transport. This is instituted by the Passenger Rail Agency. More news.